Hello. We're going to be
sweating.
Yeah, it's really hot
Honestly,
today.
setting up this podcast takes time.
Yeah, it does.
And energy.
It's because like we recorded it on an iPad, so
we have the most unprofessional setup for podcast.
But it's fun.
But you know what? Like, we're relatable.
Yeah, it works.
Not everyone's professional at everything.
No, this is raw.
Real and raw. Is that one of our segments?
Yeah, that should be one. We have a visitor. We have a visitor in the studio with us today.
A baby. She's about 6 months old, almost 7.
So if we keep looking this way again, we're sorry.
Yeah. But like, guys, we're just doing our best to get this.
We are. This just shows how dedicated we are.
Yeah.
We really are. No babysitters here.
No
I'm the
babysitter.
babysitter.
Yeah. Orna's my babysitter. And yeah, so she's good though. She's just reading a book with crocodiles, chameleons, elephants in it. So
she's really engaged right now.
Really engaged.
Really engaged. My allergies have been so bad recently. I don't know why, because when I first came to Bali, my hay fever was completely at bay. Like there's no, I googled, is the pollen high here? I have my feet out and we'll get into that in a minute. But I googled, is the pollen high here? And it said no. And I'm like, lie, because I'll actually insert a picture of what my eyes were looking like last week. I was actually nervous. So I have to get an allergy test this week because I think I'm allergic to the dust and the dander outside. I googled it today.
Or cats, we don't know.
Cats as well, but cats have dander. Okay. But apparently there's dander in the air.
Right, well,
which would make sense.
I also had a swollen eye, but I got bit by a mosquito. So then I don't like wearing like that mosquito repellent because one, it doesn't smell good, and two, I just don't like it. So we have these like baby patches, like they're like plasters, but they apparently repel mosquitoes. They have like frogs and stuff, like elephants. So I stuck them all around my bed last night, and I stuck them in Halo's crib. So
that's good.
We're repelling the mosquitoes away.
So it's just nature, really. Nature.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm clearly allergic to nature.
We love
right
nature,
now.
But nature does not love us.
And I even pointed at her sock there because she has socks on. I don't.
Orna's trying to get more views.
I'm trying to get more views for us. Because the comments are still rolling in
about feet.
In the first video about our feet, and it's actually scary. Like we have like recent comments. I just checked before we started recording this, and there was one like 20 minutes ago about our feet.
What is like?
And I'm like, thank you for getting our views up because that helps.
Feet? Like I just don't get the hype.
Apparently, it's the side of the brain.
I'm wiping my suit as we speak.
It's like the sexual side of the brain and the thing. I don't know. There's something anyway. They get mixed up. It's disgusting. I don't know what it is. It's weird. It's like when you have like the cuteness thing where you want to squeeze when you see something cute. Yeah, it's weird.
Lovely.
Like some people like feet better than they like. Say if you're a man. No, literally. Like I'm not even joking. I know people that like feet better than they like boobs if they're a man, and I'm like, wow, it's very interesting.
Can't relate.
No, same.
I mean, I always like to keep my feet nice. I get a nice pedicure, Russian pedicure.
You kind of have to out here.
And I got my nails done today, guys, and you won't be able to see shit on the camera, but there we go. Milky white, you know. I'm getting into the Christmas vibe, I feel like, with these nails. Yeah. I got milky white with some gold stars and then some diamonds. I actually mixed the gold and the silver here. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. But
yeah, they're your natural nails. They're her natural nails.
Buy up.
And mine are the same length, and they're not natural. And I was getting really good last year, and I just undone it. I know. We put up a poll this week, we remembered, on our serotonin page, which will bring us in.
I was going to say customer engagement, but I mean listener engagement.
Yeah.
I work too much in the
business mentality. We put up a poll, which will bring us into our next segment. That is Cue the Scuba.
Diving deep.
So the question.
Diving deep.
Diving deep question of the week.
Why do we sound like an intercom at school?
I know.
Dear all students, please report to the fire safety.
The question was, what's a friendship deal breaker for you? Talking behind your back. Only reaching out when they need something that's fucking annoying. Not supporting your success. Or cancelling plans last minute all the time. We know a few of them, but they get away with it.
Yeah, like it's okay to cancel plans last minute, like every now and then. But if you're doing it every single time, you're just like, why am I even putting you in my schedule?
Yeah,
like, why am I even blocking out a part of my Google Calendar for you?
Yeah, because I think people will always prioritize things they want to prioritize.
Yeah,
because
if they
can go for a coffee, or if they're like going for coffee over meeting you or doing something, it's because they're valuing that more than your friendship.
Or they don't like kind of disrespect. They don't have respect for you. That they're like, oh, she won't care. Like she's not about to do anything.
Yeah, and it's just rude.
Which is rude.
So what do you think the answer was?
Well, for me personally, and I
Yeah.
think like everyone thinks I keep me joking, would be bitching about me.
Yeah,
like,
for
that's
sure.
so
For sure.
rude.
But it's so common.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's really common as female. I'm like, not gonna say you're always like, but who are we to judge? After
Yeah,
you do it?
after you say
like
something.
Meme.
Like, we all do judge, and like we're not saying we're
No.
angels and we don't judge. Of course we do, but we know that when we do judge, it's coming from a deeper place within us that we're
Yeah.
like,
We would mostly be like that when we say anything. We're like, actually, that's me and that's her, just because I'm insecure.
yeah,
about
oh, that's because I'm kind of, oh, sorry, I'm in a bad mood today, or
Yeah,
whatever it is, you know. And not that that's,
makes it justifiable.
yeah, it's not justifiable,
You know,
but we're aware.
we're aware.
We're aware.
It's like I just killed someone, but like I'm aware that he was doing it.
Yeah, I'm aware that it was
wrong.
Talking behind their back, talking
Give
shit
us the
behind their back.
percentages, like what?
47% said talking behind their back.
So that's coming up to half.
Yeah. The second was not supporting your success.
Yeah, that's really like
Very common. Actually, not very common out here. That's one thing I love about Bali.
oh,
is
like
it's
people
not
support
common.
success, and like supporting people's success is like sharing their stuff on Instagram, like you know, liking a post, commenting, or like buying something from their stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
And
I think
I have a business here, and a lot of my friends support it, which is great.
that's what I was gonna say. I think in Ireland, when you get to like a higher level, like people will support you. Say like,
oh yeah, like when you're
a
first
smooth
doing
stick.
it, they're like, and then when you actually really like blow up, they're like,
yeah.
I knew you when you were 12.
Yeah, but people support like big, like little brands, like say the Smooth Stick, which isn't very little now, but that's like an amazing brand. Or you know, Korea jewelry.
Oh, Korea jewelry.
Or Bound Apparel.
Bound
Irish?
Apparel.
Like all these things are big brands, and Irish people get behind it. But I know sometimes when people are starting out, people are at the cringe stage and they're like, oh, so embarrassing, before they blow up. Like, not that that's a narrative you want to feed, but it is true.
Like I used to make YouTube videos, and I was like,
oh, you were young,
15, and like if I had kept that up, guys, I could have been fucking 3 million.
You would have been like
subscribers
Zoella. It was
by now.
around the time Zoella started making videos, or like
but,
just after that.
Someone over here used to slag me about
Yeah,
that.
I did. I did. I'd be
So
like,
I stopped. But you know what? That wasn't.
This
the
is
path.
why you shouldn't listen.
That wasn't the path I chose.
I know, but this is why you shouldn't listen to other people.
Yeah, this is why you shouldn't let other people dictate like how you want to live your life, because at the end of the day, like it's cliche, but you're not going to be like on your deathbed going, "Fuck, I wish that girl from school." Like, or I'm really concerned about what that girl from school is thinking of me.
Yeah, and you don't want to look back in regret either, and like that's why you should always live authentically.
Yeah.
So that was the
Easier
second
said than
one.
done, but
Third one was only reaching out when they need something, which we said is annoying.
yeah, that fucks me off.
You just feel very disrespected and used and like drained, and that, as my friend Emma says, is an energy drainer. There's batteries and there's energy drainers, or sponges.
I think a combination of all these would just really be like cancel you out my life.
Tidak is no.
Tidak, like no. But people that only reach out and need something's fucking annoying. I know people like that, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck off. Especially, sorry,
a bit of anger there.
Really
Just a bit of anger. There's a bit of projection.
But yeah, like especially like say when you live here, and people might only reach out when they're coming here.
When you're coming, or when they're coming here, or when you're back home,
or when they are here and they need to know every recommendation of everything. Sorry,
I kind of
no problem messaging me and Orna if you need recommendations. Absolutely not a bother. But
say if you had like previous conversations where they never got back to you.
I'm just referring to one person I know. They always text me like, "Where's this? Where's this?" But they're not like, "Hey, how are you?" Like, "Oh, hey," but like they just that's all
they just want. They're like, no, we don't like that. And then obviously cancelling last minute, which we spoke about a minute ago.
I mean, it happens. I know a baby, especially like that can happen. Like we said earlier, when they're canceling on you every last minute, they just kind of, I feel like it's a disrespectful kind of thing. Yeah. So how would you combat like that conflict in a friendship? Like how would you address it?
Thank you.
Well, actually, that brings us into our next
segment, which is Sisterly Advice. Our new one, no longer. So we put up a questions box and somebody wrote in a dilemma, which is full circle.
Yeah, we actually can choose, but we're going to choose this one, right?
Yeah. This one is, okay, hey girls, I need a bit of advice. I've been dreaming about starting my own business for a while now, and the problem is every time I bring it up to one of my closest friends, she puts me down. She keeps saying things like, are you sure that's a good idea? Or most small businesses fail, you know. Gosh. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to doubt myself, and honestly, I don't know what to do. Will I just cut her off? help. Yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, when you're saying that to me, it's like she's just projecting her
Yeah,
own fear.
it's projection.
Either projection of fear that she doesn't think it will work out, or projection of jealousy that she would like to do it and she doesn't have the confidence. So when she sees you doing it, instead of supporting your success, she would just rather not you.
That's a reflection of her, and I only put up on my empowered page the other day. I was like answering some life perspectives on there, and it was how people treat you says more about them and less about you. And people are like, what? But it makes so much sense because, say for example, how she is treating you in that instance is like Aileen said.
She's a big fat projector in the cinema there now.
Yeah, she's projecting. So obviously she doesn't believe that she has the courage, or it's so out of reality in her mind that when somebody wants to do it, it's either like pressing in on some of her insecurities that she doesn't have the confidence, or maybe her parents, who knows, somebody close to her is really like, by the book, you know, go to school, work in an office, which is fine, work in an office, just join that kind of like the path that everybody travels rather than taking the road less traveled. So she's just projecting.
Which is becoming the road quite traveled these days.
I don't know. I think it's still, yeah, I think definitely people are starting to branch out more. But we think that living in Bali, everybody thinks like us. Not like us, okay? We're not like some...
Can you get your hand off my knee, please?
Yeah. We think that living in Bali, everybody thinks similarly to, you know, open-minded and stuff like that. But when you go home, you still realise that it's more of a one-dimensional, fixed mindset that people have there. And I'm not saying that we're better than everyone, or people that live out here are better than everyone by all means, but
like the grass isn't really always greener. Like you want to not make it greener, so you want to make it greener where you water it. You know, sometimes like I live this life, I'm like, oh, imagine I lived at home and I just had like a nice cozy house and I lived near my parents and like, you know,
all of these things.
But like that would have been like my personal nightmare a while ago. But now I'm like, kind of cozying up to that idea. But like that's just because when I'm in it, grass is always green on the other side part of my life, or like mindset of that day. So
that's why we're saying she's just projecting. And I wouldn't necessarily, I know she said, should I just cut her out? I'm like,
well, I would just be like,
no,
here bitch, fuck off. No. I'd be like, here bitch. Sorry, no, I wouldn't even say bitch. Sorry, that.
No, you don't say that.
I'd be like, look, this is something I really want to do. Either like you're in my corner or you're not.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't.
And even if you do have these feelings of doubt, whether it's like of me or yourself, I'd be like, please don't express it, because like what I need right now is self-belief. I need people around me who are going to support me and bring out that self-belief in me. So I hope you're writing this down, by the way. No. So I need like you to either support me or just like don't say anything.
Or just fuck off, like Vivian said. No, but then she also said, at this point I'm starting to doubt myself, and you know, use this as a positive in a way, because it's also highlighting within you. Everybody has limiting beliefs, and this is highlighting a limiting belief within you, but then use this to challenge yourself and find people similar to you who have done what you want to do, because that's how you will limit those beliefs. Because what's different between you and me? It's just I made the choice to move here, say for example, if that's what you wanted to do. But if you find people who've already done something you want to do, there's no reason why you can't do it. So if you find yourself doubting yourself, definitely do that as well, and maybe not cut her off unless she's just a bad friend in loads of other ways. I definitely have the uncomfortable conversation. People don't want to ever have uncomfortable conversations, but communication is so much better, because you could cut her off if that's what's healthy for you, and then she'd have no idea, because maybe she's not aware of how she's speaking to you. So it would definitely be important to, like Aileen said, have the conversation with her and see then how she chooses to act after that. Hopefully, if she is a good friend, she will respect that and get on board the cheerleader train rather than the
and just like
train.
Reiterating what you were saying about like find people who've done it, and then you can follow their like in their footsteps, or like, you know, like do similar steps to what they did, because then like you can cut the corners really big. Like some of the corners. But it's like called confirmation bias.
Yeah, confirmation bias.
So you just like, say for me, I really wanted a home birth for my baby, whatever, And like my baby was taking for a while to come out, and like I was starting to worry, and then like, you know, that's when the people and doctors are like, you need to go to hospital, this is dangerous. And I was like, okay, just block out the negativity and stuff that I don't want. There's a Facebook page I found called like 10-month mamas, and like everyone there was like, you know, people would write in their dilemmas, and like people like, oh, it's okay, this has happened to me. It would just like
Have a snowball.
yeah, like snowball effect, and it would like water the seed of self-belief and like more and more evidence behind what I believed, what I wanted to hear, kind of in a way, in a healthy way, like of what I wanted to hear.
But your mindset is everything.
Yeah,
So.
and then I got everything I wanted in my birth for my baby. So confirmation bias.
Confirmation bias.
If we
is
didn't
a
explain it
thing.
properly, you can Google
And it works, and you can use it in the other way as well. So that's why it's important, like Aileen said, to look for positive confirmation bias over negative confirmation bias. Because if you're like, I can't do this, I
Dr.
can't start my
Google's a
business.
massive thing.
I failed my exams. Of course, how do I think I'm gonna open a business? That's just gonna set you in the wrong direction.
Like it's the same like when if you have like a lump on your leg, okay, it's a cyst. It's like a benign cyst. And then you start like lump on leg, it's gonna be like cancer, blah blah blah, like all the scary things. Where if you were like lump on leg, not painful, and then clicked on like, oh, benign cyst, and then kept reading it,
or would, like tight or fucking not in my muscle.
Yeah, not in my muscle. Then you're like, oh, thank God. So you could it's mindset. You can either freak the hell out about the self doubt, or you can decide to find evidence and like believe in yourself. On to our last segment, real talk reflections. Hopefully you can put like a nice thing there.
A little rainbow.
Orna edits our vlogs.
It used to be Aveen.
It used to be me, but guys, I'm a business owner, I'm a mom, I'm a what? I can't.
No.
Which is kind of what I'm going to speak about now.
It's not feasible for her to do it.
What I'm going to say for my real talk reflections is make sure that, like, and it's kind of cliche and you hear it all the time, but like I'm just a cliche kind of person these days, it sounds like, by the way I'm going on. But make sure that you incorporate something for yourself, aka like fill in your own cup up first so that you can give your best self to the world. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because like I really feel that now. Like obviously, yada yada. I'm gonna say it again, guys. I'm a mom.
Did you know she had a baby?
I'm a mom. Did you guys know I'm a mom? But I feel like a teen mom. Like I'm 27, but I feel like
same. I feel like you're a teen mom as well.
I feel like God, but I feel like I'm a good mom. I just like
definitely
feel like, oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, I was going to the cinema, like watching movies with my friends. Like, is that how all moms feel though?
It's
like,
because
they
no, because I think nowadays people usually have kids a lot later. So now in the life we live, like it's normal for people to still live with their parents at 26 and 27 with the housing crisis. That's probably why you still feel younger. Or do you ever hear people say when they get to like 40, they're like, oh, I still feel 20. I get that. Because I cannot believe that I was, like, I'm going to be 25 in 2 months. January, however, 3 months, whatever. But I can't believe then that me being 20 was 5 years ago nearly. Like, that's just so weird. Like, how
I
is
finished school 8 years ago.
Us making banana bread and doing TikTok dances was nearly 5 years ago. Like, I know I'm going to get to 35 and be like, yeah, 19.
And also, I think for me, why I feel kind of young is like my old life was only 6 months ago. As in baby free. But anyway, I'm loving it. Anyway, but what I was going to say was, like, I think, like, say for me it happens to like motherhood with some people like get a new job or they get a boyfriend. My friend were having this conversation the other day and he's saying like usually when people get a boyfriend or girlfriend they kind of stop putting time and effort into themselves and like chasing what their boyfriend or meeting their boyfriend or girlfriend's needs instead. So obviously for me, like I was just like really trying to get used to my new life of like being a mom and stuff, and I like really neglected journaling, meditation, like morning yoga, like my daily routine before like my day starts. I usually incorporate all this in. So then I can be like a better version of myself that day. Like, you know, less reactive. Like we were talking about this yesterday. And like now I've started to incorporate it all back in. And like I really noticed the difference. Just having that time to myself in the morning. Now that's my real talk perfection. Like just make sure that once a day or like 3 times a week or just like whenever you possibly can. Like maybe sometimes people have it before night, like before they go to bed.
It's like when people say they feel like shit or they feel really run down or they have low energy or whatever it is.
Who come to you being like,
yeah,
that, and then you start implementing.
If you're implementing strategies to overcome that. If you strip everything back, you would be like, okay, have you meditated today? No, maybe not everyone likes to meditate, but whatever your form of meditation is, have you exercised today, even for 5 minutes?
Have you doom scrolled? Yeah.
Yeah. Have you went and seen your friends today? Have you had any social time?
Drank water?
No. Have you drank water? No.
Have you been healthy?
No. You know, you've just been on what have you been doing? I've been going on my phone and I've been looking at everybody on Instagram and like feeling like I don't have what they have, like there's your answer. You know what I mean? So like I've been said, if you really prioritize a little bit of self-care into your day, every single day, no matter what time it is, morning or night, you will thank yourself and you'll feel
and I find a
better.
good way to get it incorporated into your day is like put something that you like to do after. So God, say if you do like to scroll, give yourself like, okay, I can scroll for 15 minutes after I've done my journaling. So like I used to like, just up until like fucking 2 weeks ago, used to wake up and go on my phone straight away, doom scroll on Instagram. Now like I'm not a doom scroll on Instagram until I've journaled and done a meditation, or journaled and had my breakfast and done a bit of yoga.
That's
and
actually,
then I let myself, so then like it's like a reward.
No,
after.
it is. That's why people say make it attractive. It's like from Atomic Habits, that's what you do. So say if you want to implement yoga into your routine and you love having your morning coffee, like after I brush my teeth in the morning, which is something you do every day anyway, then I will get out my yoga mat in my room and do 10 minutes of yoga, and then I can have my coffee. So you're forming the habit of yoga with brushing your teeth, because you brush your teeth every day, hopefully. Hopefully.
I know.
I brush my teeth every day.
I definitely do. Oh yeah. Okay.
Anyway, private joke. And then you can reward yourself with the coffee or the
remember that, like a proper memory unlocked.
or the doom scrolling or whatever it is.
Yeah, like I let myself have 15 minutes doom scroll, but like that means my doom scroll is delayed like literally like an hour or more,
and
then
like
you
won't want it as much.
And then like I can feel myself like, God, guys, I'm fully addicted to my phone. Like it's actually sickening, but I can feel myself being like like when I get that doom scroll, but it's becoming. But the doom scroll is becoming less and less of like a want. My real talk reflection would just be to fill your own cup up first, as cliche and like as often as it's have you heard it, but this is just your reminder that this is what you deserve.
Yeah. Sorry, she's not even crawling. She's like getting her body and going.
Yeah, she's like dragging
like
her
belly
her back legs are just like numb, and she's just pulling herself.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Like we'll edit all this out, but you guys don't know how many times I have to get off this couch and like, because she can crawl now, and like reposition her so that she's not like
hit her head off the wall.
This position. Yeah.
She's a good one. My real talk reflection is fuck what everyone says.
In a less aggressive way.
Would be.
Why are we sound so aggressive?
I know.
Sorry,
Who cares?
We're actually not like.
Yeah, we're not. We're really nice. Who cares about people's judgment? If you're happy, you do it. So like if you want,
and that kind of comes back to the business thing of the friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that
always happens.
I feel like we take mushrooms or something. And, like,
yes,
everything just makes sense.
We channel Abraham through us.
Yeah, if anyone knows.
Abraham is asking, it's given.
Yeah, Esther and Jerry Hicks.
Yeah. Basically, I realized for a while there, even though I try to practice what I preach, but I'm only human at the end of the day, so sometimes I fall off a little bit. But I was really caring about people's judgment recently about my love life. my love life. And not that anybody said anything to me. Maybe in the beginning, that's when I got the yaps from people. A few people would have said things to me, but it's fine. I wasn't thinking about that. But it was more so the judgment of myself. So, you know, I think sometimes when you're so scared of judgment, most of the time it stems from the inside of you. You're already judging yourself for something you're doing, and not that something you're doing could be bad. In my instance, it's not bad. But say, for example...
Actually, it's really bad. You're dating someone. What the fuck? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but I'm like seeing somebody new, and in my mind, the last time I was single from a breakup, I was single for 2 years or whatever it was. And I was like, okay, it's going to be like that again, even though no two situations are ever the same, or no two journeys are ever the same.
And you're a different person now.
And I'm a different person now, and I have like different tools under my belt to deal with things. But I was judging myself so hard for being like with somebody, for moving on like, you know, 6 months later, whatever it is. And I was like, oh my God, people are going to think I'm disgraceful. What am I doing?
Yeah,
like all these
shame.
Shame, all these internal things. But like in reality, it's no one else's business.
And like, if you're happy,
if you're happy and I'm happy and I'm not causing harm to anyone else, if you're not causing harm to anyone else, like who actually gives a shit what people say? Because it's your life. They don't know your story. You know my name, not my story. They don't know your story, and people are always going to talk. If they do talk, it's going to be for 5 seconds, and then they're going to move on to the next person.
Someone else going to be the victim.
Yeah, this would be for more so a business instance than a relationship instance, but nobody that's in a position above like that you want to be in is going to judge you for doing something.
But that's even like someone who's self-aware. If they are judging you, they know they're judging you.
Exactly. Because they know they had to go through all that stuff relating to the girl in the dilemma. But it's usually people that want to be in your position or that wouldn't have the courage to do the things like we said are the ones judging you. So just bringing this back to the situation at hand, I think that this has really made me care less and less about what people think in the best way possible, and it's made me really look at myself and be like, oh, why am I judging myself? Like, where has this narrative come from? So
and this all stemmed because Orna was posting a picture that she was worried that people were going like, ooh, scandal.
There was no soft launch.
Scandal.
There was no soft
Scandal.
launch. It was just hard
Yeah.
launch. He's a beautiful person. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And you're happy.
I am happy. Yeah.
And you're not harming anyone else.
No.
Happy and not harming is what we're all about here.
Yeah, we are. We've given Aileen's baby the aircon remote, so she's in charge of how hot this room is. Hopefully she doesn't turn it up to 30 degrees.
Now I could hear the strength
like,
of the aircon's like gone higher. I'm just
Yeah,
like, I'm
same.
trying to do anything to keep her entertained. Like Orna's gonna have a fuckload of
I
editing
know,
to do.
I'm like,
So,
fuck.
cut,
May this be
Cut.
blessed.
cut. But aren't we lucky? Aren't we lucky that we can
We're
record?
so lucky.
Aren't you guys lucky? I was like, you guys.
Lucky
no,
girl
I can't.
syndrome.
Yeah, that we can record this. Okay, it's
Yeah.
fine. Guys, it's not the most professional, as we said, but
And if we feel
here
a
for
bit,
a good time, not for a long time. we actually attempted on, what day was that? Saturday, to vlog our week, and like it would be good, like, you know, more personal, and everyone can see what we get up to during the week and like put on YouTube. And like I'm pretty sure I've got all of it.
we just
yesterday.
forgot. So I think next time we'll just put a reminder on our phone that doesn't need
Yeah,
the
or just
phone.
start recording a bit more today. Like,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be very mismatch,
Sporadic chaos.
sporadic chaos,
Like us.
but in
No.
a good way. Like
in a good way.
And like, I think it's like no one's life is absolutely
Perfect.
point. And if they are, it's a hard life to live. Like
That's
that.
why I love putting up bloopers of stuff when I'm making content and
Yeah.
stuff, because it's just funny.
Yeah. Get a bit of
Nothing's
good laugh out
perfect.
of
Nothing's
that.
perfect. Nothing's perfect. There's no such thing as perfection, even though we like to strive for it. That's what keeps us striving, but there's no such thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're probably going to wrap this up here before this breaks.
This aircon is put on turbo setting and we fly away.
So yeah,
We're gonna wrap it up here.
we're going to wrap up here.
It's actually quite windy. You can see my hair blowing in the wind.
We'll be back next week. If you want to ever email any of your dilemmas, email them to serotoninsisters22@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, serotonin_sisters_, and I'm pretty sure we don't have a TikTok anymore because Aileen took it over. So
It's Avi Murphy. No, Avi Murphy, I think? I don't know. I'll probably not link it here, but you just find me. There's not many Avi Murphys in the world, I think.
yeah, and follow my business page if you like the tips on the mindset and the confidence and stuff like that. Empowered by Orna.
ORNA.
Orna, yeah.
But anyway, so enough plugging. Electricity's gonna fry here.
Yeah.
Plugging.
And if you want to go to Aileen's Cafe.
Yeah, Nifty Cafe, Jalan Paul, Bali. But yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah. See you next week,
Bye.
guys. Bye.